Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're watching me from. Welcome to the part two of our introduction to Microsoft 365. Last time out, we introduced to us what is Microsoft 365, and we stopped at the collaborative tools where we talked about Teams, OneDrive, SharePoint. And in SharePoint, we talk about the SharePoint site where we talk about intranet and compare with what you have as internet. Today, we are diving straight to what we know as productivity tools in Microsoft 365. What do we have in productivity tools? Why are they productivity tools? What do we refer to as productivity tools? Now, we'll start by defining what productivity tools is in Microsoft 365, and then we will look at these tools and what we can do with them. Now, productivity tools are specially or specifically designed to enhance our collaboration, and take note of this very well, please, what we call organization and efficiency. Organization and efficiency. All right. So they help us to organize our environment and our documents. They help us to arrange our tasks. They help us to arrange our schedules in a way that they will not conflict each other. Now, Microsoft has done us so cool that we can do all of this at ease using the internet. Some of the productivity tools that I have here that we'll be looking at today is number one, the Outlook. And what do you do with Outlook? Outlook manages your email and calendar as well as tasks. All right. Now, and in this context, we talked about the management of these three. Now, once you say email management, look at here, we say Outlook provides a robust email management system that helps students organize their emails, prioritize the contact messages, and keep their inbox clutter free. What is this thing? With Outlook, you can make it possible in a way where your most important emails are highlighted for you. They arrange your mailbox by the feature we call filtering in a way that it makes it look sweet and suitable to you using your mailbox. All right. Calendar management. What calendar management does is to organize your meetings and schedules for you. They will help you manage them in a way that it will make it easy for you to be able to track your schedules and ensure you stay on top of your task. That is what calendar does for you. You may want to schedule a calendar and you will go to calendar and say, yes, on the 1st of October, I will be having a meeting with the board of directors as the group managing director of the company. And then you said the meeting should be between 10 to 12, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Now, when another person perhaps wants to schedule another meeting with you in that same time, it will be notified that, hey, this person will be busy in this time. Then you may want to change your alternative to say, okay, let's do it this way. In that way, you see that you have been able to streamline your schedule in a way that it will benefit you and as well benefit people that wants to schedule probably appointments with you. Now we have the task management. We have been talking a lot of them. Is still under your calendar management. Now, Outlook's task management system helps students stay organized by allowing them to create to-do lists, set reminders, and track their progress. You have a task to do, you can put it up on the calendar that also time and time I want to pick up this and do this. And the good thing is, when that time comes, your calendar alerts you to tell you that, hey, it is time for you to do this, more like alarms in your mobile phones. I know we have calendars in our phones too. They do almost the same thing, but in this case, this is on a professional settings. And it is not like restricted to your calendar, it is attached to your user account. Your calendar will eventually prompt you and alert you that it is time for you to do certain tasks. So calendar helps you to manage all of that. Then we talked about the one note. And then we have note taking and organization. OneNote is a digital notebook tagging and integration with other Microsoft apps, that is application. It is useful for organizing notes, brainstorming ideas, and keeping track of research. Like you can create different notebooks for various projects and share them with your team. And OneNote is a versatile note-taking and organization tool that allows students to keep all their notes, ideas, and research in one place and organize them in a way that makes sense to them. The tool offers various features that help in keeping notes organized and easy to access. When we talk about organizing notes, easy rather than you can just pick up your device, log in your account, and probably you're in a meeting. You can just slide to your OneNote and then you take note of everything you are doing. Okay, and then at the end of the day, you are able to organize your notes the best way possible to suit your own taste. For access, it is very easy because you have been able to say these things by yourself. You know the names that you have used, you know the classes you have attended, you know the topics that was treated, and each time or at any point you want to refer back to that particular note, you can easily navigate to your search button and then hey, you do your search. You do your search and it will take you straight down to where it is required. Then we have the planner and to do task management. See, most of these things will be looking alike, but there are always slight differences in them. Now, what does this do for you? Planner and to-do are excellent tools for managing tasks efficiently and staying on top of to-do list, essentially for students and professionals alike. Like we used to say, how do you organize your work? How do you go about your day-to-day activities? First and foremost, when you wake up in the morning, you have to highlight what you want to do that day in order of their priorities, right? Now, what this helps you do is it helps you list your task out and then set reminder for times that you have set out to do certain one at every point in time. And then you can integrate this task with Outlook. Most especially is more useful when you use it for your day-to-day activity. It helps you ensure that you don't miss track of any important thing that you ought to do at a point. For example, you may have a class, say 10 o'clock, right? And you need to wake up early in that morning. You need to wash your clothes. You need to eat. You need to bathe. Those are important or secondary compared to the class you'll be having by 10 a.m. So to do this can help you project and organize your day activities. For example, having these tasks that you want to do, you may think about them probably last night when you said, okay, the first thing I want to do tomorrow is to wake up. Then you set your alarm at say 6 a.m. You want to wake up by 6 a.m. And now you know you want to wash your clothes, you want to wash your dishes. And you said, okay, I will wash my clothes from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Once you start washing your clothes, immediately it is 7, but perhaps you are not doing yet. Your to-do list will alert you that, hey, you still have something to, I mean, it is time for you to do another thing. You may want to now hurry up and finish up, or maybe suspend them to do later, then you go to your washing of dishes. Maybe you set your washing of dishes from 7 a.m. to 7:30. Once what that is done, you quickly go to the bedroom, you bathe, you come out, you eat your food, you ensure to be in class by 10. And now what you now do is, if the distance from your house to your class, for example, if it's a physical class, is say about 30 minutes, you ensure that your alert rings you 40 minutes or 50 minutes to 10 so that you can start leaving the house on time, reach your class hall, relax yourself before the class will commence. But if it is an online class, you can set it for say 10, 20, 30 minutes to the time of the class, depending on the settings or the rule of the class. And then once it is time, it will just alert you. You can just jump down and wait for the class to commence. So to-do list is very, very efficient and effective for your day-to-day activities. Now we talk about calendar. Giving you notice is almost the same, but calendar can even it is best used to, it can organize your own week from the beginning of a new week. It can organize your whole month from the beginning of the whole month. It's good to schedule your business. I mean, it's good to organize your business plan. Why this planner is best for your day-to-day activities, whether business or personal. Then we are coming to security and compliance features. We have your data protection and privacy. Data loss prevention is a feature in Microsoft 365 that helps prevent loss of sensitive information by identifying, monitoring, and protecting sensitive data across Microsoft 365 services. Now, the first thing we want to talk about here, when you talk about cloud computing, one thing you should prioritize in cloud computing and in Microsoft 365, which is not an exemption, is your privacy and security. Data protection is a key, very, very important. So we'll talk about encryption. Now, encryption is a digital security feature included in Microsoft 365 that helps protect data from unauthorized access by encrypting it while it's at rest or in transit. What does this mean? This means that when you want to send a mail to me, name Paul, for example, you can set a certain code in a way that if I don't have that code, I will not be able to access it. And there will not be what we call piracy or whether transfer elsewhere while it was on here, regardless of whatever it comes to, until it gets to the person who owns the encryption key, it will not be able to open. There's what we call, when you encrypt a document, you need to decrypt it. So until I get the code to decrypt it, I will not be able to access it. Now, when you say encryption in transit, it secures transmitted data over the internet, right? It provides secure communication over IP networks. Don't forget, I told us before that we'll be talking about networking in real time. Then you talk about email encryption. It allows you to send encrypted emails to anyone inside or outside of the organization. It provides end-to-end encryption for email. When you use your WhatsApp, most of the time you see all messages are encrypted. What that is just trying to tell you is that despite people are in charge of WhatsApp, people control the affairs of WhatsApp, do the updates and the rest of them. WhatsApp is an example of a software as a service. Once your message or because your message is encrypted, even though you are sending through another person's platform, nobody will be able to see it aside from that particular person whom you intend to send to. We have data loss prevention. Data loss prevention is a feature in Microsoft 365 that helps prevent loss of sensitive information by identifying, monitoring, and protecting sensitive data across Microsoft 365 services. Then we talk about the MFA, multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication is a security feature in Microsoft 365 that helps protect agent identity, theft, and unauthorized access by requiring 2 or more forms of authentication before granting access to sensitive information and services. Remember when we talked about authentication and authorization, when we say authentication is to check if this person accessing these resources is actually the person. And we talked about authorization, granting access level to what you can access, or the resources you have access to in an organization. So talking on multi-factor authentication, we have different kinds of authentication. We have what you call who you are, what you are, and what you have. All right. Now you enter your username and we also have what you know, right? What you know. We have your username, you know it, right? And we have your password, you know it. And from what we have talked about from the beginning, it will authenticate if this user is actually correct, notwithstanding that at any point, users' credentials can be compromised. Once this is done, you see that unauthorized people will automatically have access to your resources. By so doing, they introduce what we call multi-factor authentication. Despite having what you know, because they now know it, they will not require either what you have or what you are. For example, they might need the fingerprints to further confirm if you are an authorized person to use a certain resources. And if you don't have the same, definitely you will not have the same fingerprint with the other person. So until your fingerprint matches, which is an extra security layer That's what they say, more than two or two or more. Once you capture your fingerprint, then you'll be able to access it to show that, okay, yes, this is actually the person. Then we have the facial capturing, you know, that is who you are now. It wants to confirm, okay, once it's able, in fact, okay, once it's able to capture your face and recognizes you, then you can go ahead and use that resources. That is what multi-factor authentication is for you. Don't worry, when we get to identity, we will get to talk more on authentication and authorization. Now we have compliance and industry standards. Microsoft adheres to a range of industry standards such as Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act (HIPAA) and General Data Protection Regulation (GDPR). This ensures that data is managed in a secure and compliant manner. This ensures that our customer data is always protected and their privacy is respected. Okay. Now, the HIPAA applies to the healthcare organization in the United States. Okay. Why GDPR applies to any organization worldwide that processes or stores the personal data of EU or UK citizens. Right? That is just an example of compliances. I know all regions, or in fact, your state, your country, wherever, you have your standards which you follow, and anybody who refuses to comply with these standards will fall into default and will definitely or will eventually face the legal law for breaching standards. That is the essence. So we have compliances with industry standards. Then we have advanced security features. Microsoft 365 offers a wide range of advanced security features, including threat protection, identity management, and information protection, helping to keep data secure and safeguard against cyber threat. Like I said before, we will talk more on this when we get to identity. Okay, you don't need to bother yourself too much or crack your head to ask, hey, what are we doing here? Threat protection is just protecting you. Your data are vulnerable of threat when they are not totally secure, and that is why Microsoft will ensure advanced security to protect your data from threats. Okay. Then identity management is when you have your IT personnel and managing your users, their logins and logout, everything, the authentication, authorization. Okay. Then your information, of course, information is key and the head or the neck of every organization. So subscription models, Microsoft 365 for homes exist. Now we have different kinds of subscription models. We have for homes, we have for this is for home, we have for business, and we have for enterprise. Now for home exists to bring the same great productivity benefit into your personal and family life. It comes in two plans, Microsoft 365 Personal and Microsoft 365 Family. Now the personal, Microsoft Personal plans provide access to Office House, OneDrive storage, and Skype minutes for a single user and are suitable for individuals who need access to Microsoft service on one device. Don't worry, this is just you creating a Microsoft account with your regular day-to-day email addresses such as gmail.com, yahoo.com, and whichever is for your own personal use. Then we have Microsoft Family Plans. Microsoft Family Plans provide access to Microsoft service for up to 6 users and are suitable for families who need access to Microsoft service or multiple devices. These plans include features such as parental control and screen time management. Then OneDrive storage. OneDrive storage is a cloud-based storage service offered by Microsoft that allows users to store and share files and photos with others. OneDrive storage. OneDrive storage is available with all Microsoft Personal and Family plans. This is just what is telling you that this is one thing that is available for Microsoft 365 for homes. Then we have Microsoft Business Plan. Microsoft 365 for Business is designed for small, medium-sized organizations that have up to 300 employees. It offers the full set of Office 365 productivity tools and includes security and device management features. There are 4 subscription tiers that include different features. Office 365 Business Basic, Office 365 Business Standard, Office 365 Business Premium, and Office 365 Apps for Business. This is in the development as well. We have the other 3 that are mostly known worldwide. For more information, I will drop these documents, and you can go to my LinkedIn profile and download it. And if you want to read more about Microsoft 365 for business, small business, Microsoft 365 generally, you can click on the link and read more about it. Microsoft Business Basic. Microsoft Business Basic is a business plan that provides access to Office apps and cloud service, including Exchange, Mail, Exchange email, and OneDrive storage. Microsoft Business Standard is a business plan that provides access to Office as cloud service and advanced security features, including Exchange Mail, OneDrive, storage, and Teams collaboration tools. Please take note of the differences. The business basic doesn't have the Teams collaboration tool. The business standard, of course, has in this case. Now, business premium. Microsoft Business Premium is a business plan that provides access to Office apps, cloud service, advanced security features, and device management tools, including Exchange Mail, OneDrive, storage, Teams collaboration tools, and iTunes device management. Then we have Microsoft Enterprise Plan. Microsoft Enterprise Plan is designed for enterprise-sized organization. It provides enterprise class service to an organization that want to a productivity solution that includes robust threat protection, security, compliance, and analytics features. Microsoft 365 Enterprise has three subscription tiers that include different features. Microsoft 365 E3, 365 E5, and 365 F3. But globally, we know E1, E3, and E5. You can go and read more about this. We also have what you call Office, right? The organization can also choose from 4 Office 365 subscription tiers. Microsoft 365 asks for enterprise, right? But we have 3 globally known as well, or generally known, or mostly known. Office 365 E1, E3, and E5. You may want to check the differences between the E1, E3, and E5, and both E1, E3, and E5. Okay. Now note that the user limit actually in Microsoft Enterprise has no limit at all for the number of users. So they have storage of about 100 gig neighbors and 1.5 terabytes of archive storage per user for Microsoft 365 E3. While E5 has all the features in E3 plus advanced analytics, security, and voice capability. There is no limit on the number of users as well. Then the storage is almost the same with that of E3 with additional advanced features. Okay, then the F3, which is not too much known, is designed for frontline workers. It includes Office apps, email, and basic security and compliance too. As well, there's no limit. Like I said before, the enterprise has no limit of user. The storage is 2 gig mail bus and 10 gig OneDrive storage per user. Okay, so we will move on from there to pricing and billing options. And Microsoft 365 offers monthly and yearly subscription option that provides flexibility and affordability for students to choose a plan that fits their needs and budget. Okay, don't worry, we will do more of this when we get to licensing and billing. Now, trial. You can sign up for a free trial subscription for Microsoft 365 Business Standard, Premium, or ask for Business and try it out for 30 days. Now, all of these blue links are actually a link directing you to where you can read more of this when you eventually get your hand on these documents. Now, benefits of subscription model, automatic updates. The subscription model of Microsoft 365 provides automatic updates to all applications, ensuring that users always have access to the latest feature and security updates. We've talked about this most of the time before now. Cloud-based storage. Microsoft 365 subscribers can take advantage of cloud-based storage solutions such as OneDrive, SharePoint as well, which provides secure and convenient access to files from anywhere with an internet connection. Access to application and service. Microsoft 365 subscribers have access to a range of applications and services such as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Teams, which provide a complete solution for personal and professional productivities. And how to choose the right plan. When choosing a subscription plan, some factors to consider include the number of users, need for specific application, and budget constraints. It is important to carefully evaluate each factor before making a decision. Consumption and fixed cost model. Consumption-based price, you are charged for only what you use. This model is also known as pay as you go. And we have talked about this too. Then we have the fixed price. You provision resource and are charged for those instances, whether or not they are used. Okay, now user adoption strategies. Understanding user needs and expectation. Ease of use. Users expect Microsoft 365 to be easy to use and navigate, which of course it is, with intuitive interface and streamlined workflow that minimize complexity and maximize productivity. Accessibility is a key concern for users who expect Microsoft 365 to be compatible with accessibility technologies and to support accessibility features such as icon trans, mode, screen readers, and closed captions. Compatibility with other tools and systems is another important consideration for users who expect Microsoft 365 to work seamlessly with other applications and to support common files formats and protocols. Now, training and resources for users, online tutorials, Online tutorials are great, like this one you're watching. They are a great way to provide training and resource to Microsoft 365 users. They can be accessed anytime, anywhere, and are often available for free, just as this one. Then user guide. User guides can be a valuable resource for Microsoft 365 users. They provide step-by-step instruction on how to perform specific tasks and can be used as a reference whenever needed. I think I have a lot of these in my LinkedIn, and with time we'll be using most of them for our practice. Now, support forums. Support forums can be a great way to provide training and resource to Microsoft 365 users. They allow users to ask questions and receive answers from other users and experts in the community. Yes, I'm in a group, a learning community called the Nigerian Microsoft 365 community. Of course, it's a very helpful channel where all your answers are answered within your peers and colleagues. Now, effective communication and support. Clear communication. Clear communication is essential for effective adoption of Microsoft 365. It ensures that all team members are on the same page and understand what is expected of them. Feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanisms are essential for assessing the effectiveness of Microsoft 365 adoption strategies. They allow for continuous improvement and ensure that all issues are addressed in a timely manner. Support channels. Support channels are critical for providing assistance to team members who may be experiencing issue with Microsoft 365 adoption. They ensure that team members can access the help they need when they need it. So, feature of Microsoft 365, guys, we are coming to the end. Improve collaborative tools, enhance security features, and then more new features and tools. Microsoft 365 will introduce more new features and tools to enhance user productivities, such as improved search functionality, new templates, and integration with other Microsoft products. Sure, lot and lot more have been up, and they keep on coming. Integration with emerging technology. Microsoft integrating with emerging technology like artificial intelligence and machine learning to provide users with more powerful tools and features. Now, conclusion: improve productivity. Microsoft 365 a range of tools and features to help students and stay organized, manage their workload, and to be more productive. Collaboration made easy. Microsoft 365 enables students to collaborate with their peers and teachers, share ideas, and work together on projects seamlessly, anywhere, anytime access. With Microsoft 365, students can access their work from anywhere and any device and stay connected with their academic community. Even professionally, while working, you can do your hybrid work, your remote work, regardless of where you are, anytime, any day. You are updated and online and regularly working without defaults with the use of internet. Then take home assignment. It will be our assignments for